Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead. Okay, so this is going to be from the 22nd to the 29th of December 2024. If you want to book in your 2025, it's in the description box below. Okay, there's also love audios, career audios, and deep coaching. So you do have the Tower this week, so I feel like this week could be quite intense. You know, it is Christmas week, so maybe this is everything from cancelled flights to, travel. I do think there's a lot going on, so you need to be prepared, okay? Because some of you might just really be like stressed, right? The Tower can be a person who's kind of triggered, and it's because they've got a lot going on. They're having to prepare a lot. It can be a lot. So some of you need to take moments to like decompress. And also I would say be aware of travel, because the Tower can be our plans being destroyed or just problems, okay? The Tower again. So you've got to be careful, because the Tower is something that's coming that can be disastrous. It can be bad weather that affects your Christmas. You can't go to your people, like it can be that. So you just need to have backup plans is what I would say. Some of you might not be happy with this week with something that happens because the Tower's not good. Okay. And then we've got the Death card. I'm also getting a breakup as well. Or I'm getting a person who lets you down. Okay. But yes, some of you could be going through a breakup right now and you're not happy about it, or someone else is not happy that you've ended it with them. Strong Scorpio. But I'm getting that someone is hurt and not happy by what someone does this week. So it could be, for example, someone arranged for you to go to theirs or for certain things, and they put an end to it, they don't do it. So an event, something like that. I would say for Aquarius this week, make sure you've got a backup plan. Okay? You've got the Queen of Wands with the Page of Wands. So for the Aquarius woman, if you're dealing with a Scorpio man, or you're dealing with a Virgo, or you're dealing with a Pisces, this person backs out. And you might see them with this other person this week. So if they don't show up to see you, it could be because they're with this other person. Okay, so I heard a backup plan or a second choice. So someone's second choice. Okay. I'm also getting things like online, if someone sees something and it really stresses them out, it really triggers them. That could be someone used the Nine of Swords as Aquarius. So this woman is really, really stressing. She's seeing things online because Christmas season, the ex or the situationship, you can be seeing them with the new person, or you can be seeing new women following them, and this can be triggering. So some of you Aquarius women, I think you need to be careful here, because someone has ended it, they've moved on. And if you're kind of snooping on the social media, you might get triggered by what you see. Because the Tower is all about anxiety, it's all about emotional reactions, it's all about triggers. But for some of you, what I'm getting is that you need to be aware, right, that this week, something is definitely going to happen that Aquarius is not going to be happy about, because this is someone who's stressing, and it's an air sign. Okay, so this is either you went through a breakup recently, this could be your ex, this person is posting things, it could be for the Aquarius man, they're posting things on the internet, and then you're kind of absorbing that, you're watching it, and it's hurting you. So be careful with self-sabotage, be careful with triggering yourself. But there definitely is a person who arranged to do something over the Christmas, and this person backs out. This woman is now alone, so she hasn't got that person, she hasn't got that event, so she's alone. The Star. So the message for you this week is to protect your energy, protect your interests, not feed in to loss, okay? Not feed into toxic, low-frequency energy. This can also be a person who, because they're kind of lonely, they go and put themselves in places that are not good for them. There was another message I got, which is a person who gets too drunk and something ends up being a disaster. So a message for you this week is to make sure you're in high frequency, to be careful if you're vulnerable, right? Because when we're vulnerable, we'll go around certain people, we'll go to certain places, and it can end in disaster. Okay? You need to be careful this week for sure. For the Aquarius man, you might have multiple women. Okay? So if you're single, don't be brooding over the ex, because there's multiple women. But for the Aquarius woman, the man you're dealing with, Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio definitely, has got multiple women. So he might shelve you this week and it might be painful. You were hoping to see him. Some of you want to build a future with this person, but they're not invested in you. This person's a tower. There's nothing solid. So a person in a tower is a person who's very chaotic, they're emotionally unstable, they might have a lot of trauma, they've got nothing to offer you. Okay? What you've got to be careful of is letting it ruin your Christmas while you're waiting for this person who's just off living his life. I do think some of you need to get someone out of your life because it's just destabilising. And you're also being told that there's people who've arranged things with you. Again, it could be the tower can be a natural disaster. It can be bad weather. It can be things happening out the blue. Right? So it's not necessarily that these people do anything. They might want to celebrate too, but it can be cancelled flights, problems with rail. If you think of the UK, there's lots of snow. So it's all about having a backup plan so that your Christmas can't be ruined. Okay? So, it could be that you just can't get to each other, but you all get on Zoom or something. Just don't let anything fuck up your plans, right? Like, no matter what, just find a way to navigate, mitigate. I think it's also paying attention. So in other words, it's clear that there's issues. So sometimes it's leaving a week earlier, leaving a few days earlier, giving yourself the time, not leaving it till the day where things can happen. So being prepared, not getting to the airport too late, making sure you're there 3 hours before, in other words, preparation. But sometimes shit just happens. And I'm telling you, something is definitely going to happen this week that Aquarius is not happy about. Now, it could also be that you're moving on from a person and this person is not happy with you. Now, if you're cross-watching and you're dealing with an Aquarius, it does look like this Aquarius is all about themselves. Because you've got this woman and she's focused on herself, like she's not, So if someone is being distant, if you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, the star represents distance. But this is definitely around... there's a person who's being distant or detached, or there's something about distance, physical distance. In other words, your family's in a different location. And again, with the tower is all about something that's going to happen that can be destabilising. It can be emotionally destructive. So another message I'm getting for you this Christmas is to be very careful. So what I'm getting here is there's a person who's feeling very lonely and very vulnerable, and this is where you don't really have friends, and so you get up and you go to the club alone or something like that. And I just feel like with the tower, the tower can be having a drink spiked because you've got spike with the electricity. Be careful. Okay, so for those Aquariuses who really are vulnerable right now, I feel like the message for you this week is, even though you are lonely, it might be smart if you're not in the best place to stay to yourself and choose your safety. Now's not the time, with the tower coming up as the first card and then coming out again, to be putting yourself around people who trigger you. You can end up in fights. If you're really vulnerable and you're feeling emotional neediness, you can end up sleeping with somebody but you really regret it afterwards. Be careful. 5 of Pentacles. So again, you've got the 10 of Cups reversed. So this would be people who are just not good for us. Okay, this can be being stolen from. 5 of Pentacles is loss. Okay, this can be being around people who are just bad energy. So these people are people who come together. The celebration is amazing. This reversed with the tower is not good. This is where you go putting yourself around people you don't like, they don't like you, and shit can go down. when people take drugs or get drunk or whatever, right? Because the tower can be those type of things. It's behaviour. People who are destructive in behaviour, people who can be violent. The tower can be violence. So, some of years, it's all good. There's nothing like, just my reads are real reads. I just say what I see. But the tower is a warning, and I would say for the people watching, because I don't believe that anything is random. So if you're watching this video, it's because there's a message for you. Like you could be watching anybody. Okay? Like when we go out every day, we meet so many people we never speak to, and then there's certain people we speak to because it's all in alignment, it's all part of our fate, it's all part of our plan. So, for those Aquariuses who are tuned in, okay, your job is to have a backup plan, give yourself time, don't be doing things last minute, pay attention, especially if you are travelling, and find ways, because like I said, if you can give yourself more time, then you can mitigate and you can find a way to adapt. But some years it's definitely around watching the state that you're in as a person. Some years are in high state, so you're in a good place, you're feeling good about yourself, and I think it's going to be fine for you. You're going to really enjoy the week, you're going to enjoy the relaxation, you're going to be pampering yourself, you're going to be enjoying the company of good friends, people who are just, they fill you up, okay? But some of you Aquariuses, I'm going to be honest, I think you're in a situationship with a masculine, and I feel like this masculine is the tower. This is not somebody who is stable. It's not someone who's going to bring you happiness. And what you've got to be careful of is, tying your happiness to this person. So tying it to this person. You're kind of sitting there waiting for this person to call, waiting to spend time with this person, and they're just off with all kinds of women. Could be a Gemini, could be a Virgo. Virgo came up strongly. Aries, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so be smart this week, okay? Tell me more about this tower, please, for Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, so I do feel like some of you are dealing with a manipulator. I also get someone who's in real destructive behaviour. And so being attached to this person can really bring some bad outcomes. Okay? I also get someone who's smug and nasty and manipulative. I think it's emotionally. You need to protect yourself from this person. And I think some of you, it's about the tower, is about getting this person out of your life because they're not bringing nothing good. And do you want to do this for another year? It's about being careful of the people you're spending the Christmas with, especially if they trigger you, especially if they're destructive people, because something could happen here. Like I said, would spike drinks. So this could be a barman. It can be someone at the bar, someone you don't know. Okay? So this woman is pouring her own drinks. She's not receiving drinks from anybody. She's careful about what she's drinking. Okay? Be very, very careful, because there'll be a lot of questionable people out. And make sure that you've got backup plans when it comes to travel and seeing family. But some of you, it could also just be you need to give yourself downtime. Like, so it could be heavy this week. I see a person who's like really spread thin, and I think it's you. So with all the people in the read, this is a person who's like running here, there and everywhere to different family. It can be overwhelming. And so the star is all about, when you come back from those people, cleansing your energy. The star is all about grounding yourself in yourself, staying grounded within yourself. But some of you, it could also be like, when you've been to certain family members and they're kind of low frequency, Queen of Pentacles, reverse, whatever, when you come back, this is a person who would be cleansing themselves, saging themselves, like cleansing themselves, so they're not carrying that energy. Okay? But I feel like for Aquariuses who are happy and you're around people you trust, it's going to be a beautiful Christmas, because manipulators can't get next to you. You're not interested. Okay? You're not sitting there stalking your ex. You're not watching what other people are doing on social media. You're too busy living your life, enjoying your own time. You're not playing games with idiots. You're not even there to begin with. So a high-class Aquarius is not going to go and put themselves in places that make them the tower. A Nine of Swords Aquarius is going to do that. So someone who's lonely, isolated, maybe got some deeper issues, so they're going to put themselves in situations that are going to be destructive and not good for them. But a high level Aquarius is not going to do that, because why would she? Why would he? If you're cross watching for an Aquarius, you might be dealing with one who's all about themselves. So be aware of this. I feel like if you're a Gemini, if you're a Virgo, if you're an Aries, and they're kind of ghosting you, and it's all on their terms and they're acting above you, it's time to cut it. But yes, I do think for some of years, and some of years it's about reality check, that it's time to heal. It's time to see people or see a certain person for who they are. That this person is never going to commit. That this person has chose this person, and it's time to let it go, because the new year is a brand new canvas and you don't want to carry the same shit into a new year. Okay, so some years, I'm going to be honest, we talked about this, right? For those who are cross-watching and you're dealing with an Aquarius man, he's coming up reversed. So this is someone who you need to let him go, because he's a mess. It's an emotional roller coaster. He's got you up and down. He's seeing multiple women. He's all about himself. This is strongly to Aries women, Gemini women, Virgo women, Scorpio women, maybe Capricorn. There's loads of women in this read. But I kind of, the biggest problem here is going to be things happening outside of our control. Now, we can't dictate things like flights and weather and stuff like that, but we can dictate if it ruins our holidays. Right? When we go to a place and that place is full of bad energy, we can stay there until it gets really nasty and out of control, or we can leave. That's what you're responsible for, right? If things don't go to plan, then it's all God's will. So if you can't go and see certain family, or if flights are cancelled, it's like you can either let it ruin your Christmas, or you can say, okay, then we do something else. You know? So definitely something is coming up in that sense. Some of you, it's going to be a beautiful Christmas, and I think it's because you're doing you, you're happy, and you're surrounding yourself with people who fill up your cup. They don't drain you, they don't play games. If some of you are single, you're happy to be single, you're being cautious around people you don't know. That's a strong message in this read, especially around bars, okay, because the bar came up. So be careful how much you drink in this Christmas season. Be careful about people you don't know, taking drinks from strangers. I've been drunk before, you know, and it happens fast. You know, you're not paying attention, and the next minute, and it's not good outcomes, okay? So be careful, okay, because something could be disastrous. If you're in a bad headspace, you're being told, like, it's better to be lonely and safe than to go out there to predators, and then God knows what can happen. And some of you are being told that if you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, this Aquarius doesn't give a fuck. They're all about themselves. They've got multiple women, they're shelving you because they don't care. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups reversed, they don't want to commit. You're wasting your time. And I think someone needs to get over someone, like, someone's watching someone through the internet, they can't let this person go, and it's blocking them. So it could be you're cross-watching for an Aquarius and you're watching everything they're doing. You're watching when someone likes the pictures, you're watching the women, you're watching the new women he's following. You need to stop torturing yourself. You get one life. Fuck what he's doing and focus on what you're doing, right? Choose better. Like, some of you, I'm going to be really honest, you've got to be careful, because I feel like some of you are in a really bad place, Aquarius. And you're really putting yourself in danger. And we've all done it, you know, where you just don't give a fuck and you don't care if you live or die, and you just put yourself in really bad situations. But try not to do it. Heal. The star card is heal. Choose healing, choose health, choose self. Fuck these people, fuck this person. Okay? And, but I get, for the Aquariuses who are smart, tuned into themselves, because the star is that, choose the high class. I always see the star as somebody who knows a value, knows a word, she's high class. You'll be fine, because you know what rooms to stay away from, what family to stay away from, you know. Okay, you'd rather be alone and enjoy a couple of glasses of wine and a nice cake than go put yourself in situations that are not going to be good, that are going to drop your standards. You're not sitting there brooding over any ex. This read is for the Aquariuses or cross-watchers dealing with an Aquarius who, no, you've got to be careful. If you want to book in your own personal, I can take a look at your situation for your personal. There's 2025, there's deep coaching, there's love reads, career reads, face to face. Everything is in the comments section or underneath the videos. Happy holidays, and I don't really like saying stay safe. I think life is for living. Everything is a risk. And sometimes, if we're going to be happy, we need to take a risk, but calculated risks, intelligent risks. There's just times in our life when we just know that what we're doing is just like, it's a death sentence, it's a death wish. For those Aquariuses, just be careful. Because right now you might be feeling that. You might be feeling like you just want to act out, you just want to get crazy. And I mean, I've done it. Sometimes you just have to, and fuck it, whatever the consequences. But what you're currently feeling is not forever. But what you do now, and some of the consequences, this can be getting into some kind of fisticuffs, and then you end up with a fucking getting the police, and then you end up in court in the new year. So just be smart, okay? And try to be careful with what you're feeling. And if you're feeling a certain kind of way, it would be smart to be careful about what you're putting in your body, what you're drinking, what you're smoking, drugs you're taking, people you're around. Because when we feel that feeling, we don't care about the consequences. But trust me now, when the consequences come and they're long lasting, you'll care. So be careful. But I also feel like it's a great week to just enjoy good company, enjoy good food, enjoy good wine, whatever your thing is, and to be around people who feel like sunlight, and to stay away from darkness. I'll speak to you soon.